Sa pagdinig ng House Committee on Appropriation sa panukalang budget, sinabi ni Ombudsman Samuel Martires na hindi pa sila tapos sa formally scam dahil mayroon pang iniimbestigahan ang kanyang tanggapan. There are 2 or more issues or cases undergoing investigation in the Office of the Ombudsman and soon that will be completed, nilinaw ni Martires na walang ebidensya na nag-uugnay sa dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa maanumalyang pagbili ng mga COVID-19 test kit sa Farmally Pharmaceutical Corporation. Wala rin aniyang sapat na ebidensya para dikdikan si Michael Yang, dating economic advisor ni Duterte, sa Farmally scam. Matatandaang inilabas ng Ombudsman ang resolusyon nito sa Farmally scam noong ika-14 ng Agosto taong 2023 kung saan inirekomenda ang pagsasampa ng kaso laban sa 3 dating opisyal ng Procurement Service Department of Budget and Management na sina Lloyd Christopher Lau, Warren Rex Leong at Paul Jasper de Guzman. Kung nagustuhan mo ang aking video, paki-like at mag-subscribe na rin. Huwag kalimutan mag-komento para malaman ko kung saan nakarating ang videong ito.
Kasi si Michael Yang daw negosyante ito, Adre. Hindi naman ito sabihin mo na nagtatapon ito ng pera. May contact ito sa China na malalaking korporasyon at siya ang pagador, made their entry here. Ano bang, akala ko ba, let us go to China and invite the investors here. Ayun, nag-invest nga. Pero sa panahon sa pandemya, what's wrong with that? Attorney Lau and Attorney Dakpin, who are my fraternal brothers, were members of my campaign team in 2016. Before that, both have been assisting the mayor's office with legal matters and concerns sa akin. Anong masama kung magbayad ako ng utang? Magtanong kayo, saan ba ito galing ng tao? Bakit kayo? Hindi kayo nagtulong sa mga taong nagka-utang ng loob? Hindi kayo nagpwesto ng mga tao nung nanalo kayo? Ako ganoon rin. Itong mga fraternity brothers ko, pero kung sabihin mo may nakuha, may nakita kayo na mali, ipakulong ninyo.
The proposed budget of the Office of the Ombudsman. Consequently, I do not have budgetary questions, but I have some policy or procedural questions. So many, Mr. Chair, loaded the Honorable Ombudsman for filing graft cases against formerly officers and the government officials involved, like the office of the PBBM. However, many yet faulted the Ombudsman for not filing plunder cases against the respondents. And I agree with the Ombudsman that plunder is not indictable in these cases under Republic Act number 7080, which defines and penalizes the crime of plunder. May we hear a more elaborate explanation from the Ombudsman why these respondents were not sued for plunder?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, the reason why what was filed was only violation of the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, particularly Section 3E, and not plunder is because per the decision of the Supreme Court in the Macapagal Arroyo case, Macapagal Arroyo versus People, where the opponent is now Executive Secretary Bersamin, they said that the plunderer must be identified. In this case, the plunderer is not identified. Secondly, there is no evidence on record or even a testimony that Leong and or Lau or any of the respondents in the Farmally case, I'm referring to the test kits, receive commissions or kickbacks. The test kits were all delivered and received by the government. The government paid about 4 billion pesos with respect to the test kits. Now, in the case again of Erap Estrada, President Estrada, the Supreme Court also said that the co-conspirators must likewise be identified. So who conspired with Leong? Who conspired with Lau? Again, it's not identified. Was it Farmally? Was it any of the officers of Farmally? There is no evidence on record for that. So what we decided, or the investigators recommended, which I approved, was only the filing of graft cases against these PSDBM officials or other government officials involved in this supply of test kits, Your Honor.
Moreover, Honorable Ombudsman, in plunder, the accused is a government official who has an ill-gotten hoard of not less than 75 million. And it is not against private individuals. Is this correct, Mr. Ombudsman?
Yes, Your Honor. There is nothing on record about amassing of wealth by any of these government officials, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, some also faulted the Ombudsman for not filing graft charges against perceived other malefactors and the more superior government officials. Can we have your comment on this, Mr. Honorable Ombudsman?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, please. It is very clear from the statements of former Senator Richard Gordon. He was mentioning about former President Rodrigo Duterte and a certain Michael Young. But there is again no evidence on record that the former president is involved in the purchase of the test kits. On the matter of Michael Young, there is no concrete proof or evidence that Michael Young is also involved in the supply of the test kits, except that the fact that Michael Young initially funded the purchase by Farmally of the test kits, or initially lent money to Farmally to purchase the test kits. So these are all insufficient. This evidence are insufficient to indict Michael Young, and no evidence insofar as the former president is concerned, Your Honor.
With respect to the former president, it is said that he prevented some officials to attend the investigation. Would this constitute evidence against the former president?
The action of the former president, Rodrigo Duterte, in preventing government officials from attending the hearing, the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearings, was more probably, I don't want to justify that, but it can be justified by the office of the president in so many reasons. In fact, it is stated that that is a presidential prerogative. But on the matter of him being involved, by relating this order of the president for them not to attend the Senate committee hearings, cannot be translated, Your Honor, into an activity that is where the president is directly involved in the purchase of the test kits, Your Honor. So the investigators could not find any reason to translate this statement of the president, this prohibition for the government officials to attend the committee hearings, into one that would be chargeable under the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act.
Well, thank you, Honorable Ombudsman, for your answers. And I hope there will be more efforts to conduct similar investigation and prosecution of identical cases. Thank you.
Incidentally, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, I'd like to inform the Honorable Congressman Lagman that we have not yet completed the investigation on Farmally with respect to the personal protective equipment, which is the PPEs. We are still conducting investigation on the PPEs and the transfer of funds. So there are two more issues or cases being undergoing investigation in the Office of the Ombudsman, Your Honor. And soon it will be completed, Your Honor.
Thank you again, Honorable Ombudsman, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. If there are follow-up questions, you may want to give your questions.
Thank you, Congressman Lagman. I just would like to ask our ombudsman here. So, the ombudsman accepts cases filed against the private institutions, no? Or you expressly reject it and give it to the regular prosecutor?